Eddie Chambers, who's right now training over in the UK. 5 straight wins since 2013, correct?
Yes, sir.
Right now, as you can see, we're right here at the Vladimir Klitschko versus Brian Bye Jennings press conference. You want to give us your thoughts on the bout, or in your opinion, who's the favorite?
In this fight, it's obvious Klitschko's the favorite. You know, his body of work speaks for itself. He's done a whole lot in this game, and obviously a legend. You know, a living legend in the sport. So obviously he's going to be the favorite. You know, B-Wise coming out of nowhere. You know what I mean? The talent, athletic, has a lot. There's a lot going for him. A good bit younger, and but definitely Klitschko's the favorite, without a doubt.
As a former opponent of one of the Klitschko brothers, is there any advice that you have or would give to Brian Jennings?
Well, it's funny because he's fighting the same one I fought.
Yeah.
Vladimir is obviously very, very, very smart. You know, like a lot smarter than I don't want to say people give him credit for, because obviously a lot of people know that he's smart, but he's ingenious in some of the ways that he works in the ring. Obviously, accompanying up with Emmanuel Stewart and how they worked and almost molded him into the perfect fighter. For he knows how to use his size, his reach, and different things like that. So my advice would be to be wise to, you're already smaller anyway, so you might want to get a little bit smaller. You're going to have to work on weaving in and out, get around to the side, get him going backwards. You got to make him uncomfortable. It looks to be Vladimir likes to fight from the outside and almost going back. If you really pay attention, he's not necessarily going back. He's pressuring you from the outside. It looks that little thing where he gets his arm out and all that, and keeps you on the end of his jab. That's keeping you at bay, and that's also pushing you back. You understand what I'm saying? So I know you were going to do that.
Yeah.
I know you were going to do that. I saw you coming.
What's
coming?
As far as for you, you won 5 straight fights. You're closing in on a title shot. I mean, obviously Klitschko has all 4. Klitschko has all 4, and then Deontay Wilder, the WBC. How do you feel about Deontay Wilder right now? Do you feel you can give him some work?
Honestly, there's no question. Of course I can give him some work. I feel like I'm an elite.
Beat him.
How am I getting interrupted in my own interview with my man here? Shut up. But anyway, listen. I'm an elite level talent. I feel myself. I've been up to the top. I've fought top level opposition. I've done a lot of things. My grind, my ride was a lot tougher and rougher than a lot of these guys that are coming around now. However, I'm not upset. I'm happy for him.
Respect him, but he took the shortcut.
Yeah, but it's respect to him for getting where he is, and he's not been doing it for very long. You know what I mean? He's done well. He's being an Olympian and now being a world champion. I'm happy for him. But there's no question I can give him all that he's looking for in the ring, and would love the opportunity.
Real quick, Tyson Fury versus Hammer. I know you'll be over there training with the Furies.
I trained with him, man, but I mean, even if I didn't know him, you know what I mean? If I had the opportunity to spar with him like I did for the Hay fight, I would say the same thing.
Easy work for Tyson.
Right now. Yeah, to be honest, it's probably a 4 or 5 round fight. No disrespect to the other guy, he's a good fighter, but he's fighting for sure for our heavyweight champion, future heavyweight champion in that fight with Tyson. So, Tyson's talent and size and athleticism and all of that he has in his favor is it's going to be very difficult for him to overcome. So I think it's a 4, maybe 5 round fight if he's lucky to get that far. No disrespect.
Okay, as far as you, is there any opponents you got lined up or possibly looking at as far as a ring return?
There was a couple of fights that we were talking about having. Hopefully, it was going to work out. Those things were on Twitter. Maybe with Amir. We were talking about that. And, a couple other fights that was discussed, but
Houston off ducking.
Oh, I was at the Houston off.
And those things that we were going to do that, and that's going from that's the size
twice. You ducked twice.
Yeah.
But truth is, like the amount of money I guess I can generate is not my talent's too big for it. You know what I mean? What I mean by that is that these guys are going to fight me for the kind of money that they're going to get for the fight. They're not willing to take a chance like that with a fighter like myself for, for a chump change. And not saying it's chump change, but when we're talking about elite level talent, they want elite level money. And I can't be mad at that. But that's what's going on, and that's what's making it difficult.
He being too nice.
I'm being honest.
All these heavyweights be like, he's the smallest heavyweight every time they say something, but they don't want to fight. You know why? Because the reason they get their ass whooped.
But
that's why.
It's business. It's business, and I do understand that. However, at the end of the
The
day, it's still a
business is
sport.
if you're gonna talk and you're gonna put somebody down,
Hold on.
tell them to step up.
It is business, but it's still a sport. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, in order to get this sport to go, you need people, things like this to happen, where you get two good top fighters fighting each other. That's
So
what we need.
Alexander Ustinov is a pretty big dude. So that was that was in the works.
Yeah, that was actually something we were talking about doing, and if not for I guess the money and stuff like that, we would have had it done, but it just wasn't what he thought he was. I guess it wasn't what he thought and what he was expecting as far as in pockets. At this time, for me, I can't turn anything down, and I won't, and I don't, and I'm willing to fight actually anyone, as long as I can get someone in the ring. Who cares? I just want to get a good fight, a rated fight, and get an opportunity to get in that world title.
All right, thanks. Oh, go ahead, man. You got something to say,
Let
man?
me see. Everybody dunking. Who's the boy? Prince Charles. Prince Charles. You was talking all that on Twitter. You ducked.
Listen, I don't care.
Who else? No, who else? Who
No.
else? Ustinov backed off. It was like 10 fighters who backed off. All in the rankings had their mouth running.
Look.
Backed off the fight.
And I understand why.
Ain't
This
no
is me.
understand, Rod.
No.
If you're gonna open your lips,
listen what I'm
you
saying.
fight.
Listen what I'm saying. I understand why, but at the same time, I said it's still a sport. I mean, we and the fans, the fighters, we all deserve to have our time in the time in the sun. And the only way we get
It's
that
a
is
sport,
fighting.
it's business, and it's fighting. If you're gonna run your mouth, you're gonna fight.
Yeah, you gotta
If you
fight.
want me to leave and let you interview this boy, it's the
Don't
only thing.
entertain.
All right, man. I'm not gonna hold you up, man. Eddie Chambers. So as far as like your next fight, before the summer 2015.
Hopefully, we can get something in for Summer Sling. I was busy last year, and right now, not even sure how busy I'm gonna be this year. But hey, if the opportunity comes about, I'll be ready because I'm always in the gym, always doing something.
All right, man. Thanks. Good looks. All right. Shout out to Steve Upshur too.
My man, my brother. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out. All right, man. Thanks, man.